All right, let's light this candle. Oh yeah, wait a minute. That's not the move, is it? Okay. Another night, another bug, or 2 or 3 or 10. All right, so I just got home from work. I'm pretty wiped out. Let's clean up things a little bit. Okay, we got our IL spy here. We got our Discord. We got our Visual Studio. So first thing I think I'm going to do is just clean up the UI a little bit. Last time I stuck some buttons on there for switching game mode and pacifist mode. Pacifist button doesn't have to be that big, so let's fix that first. So what, 150? Background color is currently set to gray. I'm not crazy about that color. See what white looks like. The other button's white. Okay, in my headphones, I don't hear any game audio. Oh, there it comes. It's very faint. Maybe my headphones are just faint. Okay, made the button smaller. Need to move it. Oh, that looks terrible. Let's try do color. Did I switch the scene? I think I did. Yes. All right. It's not pretty, but it works. So let's go with that for now. When I draw the logo text at the... No, when I draw the game mode text at the top, see if that works. AFK quick sec here. Oh, hey, mic off. Nice. Nice. Okay, so what did I do? I just bumped up the version number because I added a P to the end of any mode that's pacifist. And the version string that I use to identify the save data for the mod. Very exciting. Just means that pacifist mode on and off has different save data, so I don't want to load that data if I'm not playing with pacifist turned on. Okay, so now I can do blitz, pacifist on. Okay, this no longer fits with all that frickin' text. Blah, wall of text. Need to find a better way to get the game mode details on the screen. It isn't like ginormous. All right, so what are we doing today? We are going to do a little play testing and try to figure out some good arrow powers for the various arrows. Right now I'd have 2 arrow powers. Flint arrow makes you strong. Gives you a damage shield basically. And bronze arrow makes you strong. Like strength goes up and you do a lot of damage, so it's a damage boost. First thing I want to do is have any arrow charm an enemy that's not charmed. But if it's already charmed, just apply the special effect. Okay, blitz mode engaged. I don't need to pick this up because I'm in blitz mode, right? Pretty much. So, what am I doing? Build a workbench. Jump is crazy. Can't control my 100 jump skill jump. We're going to set up a little test world here in Blitz because it's easy to build everything. What do I want? Oh, I do need wood because I have to build arrows, but wait, it's free build, so I should have access to all my arrows here. Yeah. Alright, so we'll build a bunch of charm arrows. Those are building in stacks of 5. What else has an effect? Flint. Bronze. What would be next? Iron or silver? Iron. So I think I want the arrows with the material of the arrow is collectible in the biome right before where the arrow is useful. So, with the exception of flint, which I don't want to be useful everywhere, bronze should be effective. Where do you get bronze? In the Black Forest, right? So bronze arrow should be especially useful in the next biome, the swamp. Etc. Maybe that's one way to think about it. I'm going to save game. So you'll notice that over here it says Trophy Blitz, excuse me, Trophy Blitz Pacifist. So I made it such that Pacifist can be enabled for any game mode. It's spamming me with build pieces. Why? What did I just do to get spammed? Or is it just doing it? As I started. Probably just doing it. Oh, I need a bow. That is pretty critical. Fine wood is good. I guess I could build another crafting table. Make myself huntsman, driver fang. These stats don't really matter. Accuracy matters. Whatever. Who cares? I'll just use fine wood. Alright, charm arrow. So let's pretend we're playing. We're gonna kill Ike. Alright. And then I'll make him an Uberneck by increasing his damage. Bronze. Alright, so that's something I need to do is I need to put a status I need to put a particle effect on an enemy that has a status. I'm pretty sure for 30 seconds he's gonna have a status effect that allows him to just blast people in the face. Where his damage is 10x. Let's see if he does it. Come over here, little Nicky. Yeah, that's big damage. Go get him. Go get him, little buddy. Whoa! A little crunchy though. So okay, so yeah, it is a pain in the ass to have to do like charm arrow, charm a guy. What's going on? Charm arrow, charm a guy. Then switch to the arrow you want to apply the effect with. And apply the effect, and then do it again. So now he's double buffed. I can't tell that. I had to shoot him with 3 arrows to get him where I wanted him. So I need to fix that. Maybe I can get him to take down something a little beefier. What a deer or a grayling. All right, little guy. Where you going, Necky? Alright, his status effect is worn off. So this is... Flint is... No! Flint is damage shield. And bronze is high damage. What's up with you? Why did you chase that deer? Does it seem like he's not moving faster? Something's up with that. It's like a jog speed modifier. If is pacifist, return. If not pacifist, return. Okay, that's, I fucked all those up last night. Is pacifist. Okay. Okay, that was a bug. Give default items if is pacifist return. Boy, I borked all those, didn't I? Alright, that's good. Yeah, okay, that's fixed. So okay, so now what? First thing I want to do is make any of my Gondor arrows charm. If it's not charmed. Let's take a look at that. So okay. All right, those are my status effects. Bronze strength, flint skin. If it's not okay, it's right here. So if it's not charmed, contains wood. So where do I see that this is a proper arrow? Okay, if not thrall arrow, return. All right, so it's definitely a thrall arrow. If it's not charmed, then I need to add it to the charmed list for any of these guys. If it, and then if it doesn't contain wood, then apply the status effect. Something like that. So it's not a wood arrow. And it has a status effect and apply it. So currently I've got flint and bronze effects. So let's tell the player how do I want to handle this? So I want, when I shoot somebody with the status effect, I want to tell the player the status effect was applied to that enemy. But I want to say something like, the status effect does this. So basically this, if a status effect was applied, I need to store off some little pretty string, and then I want to show the player mPlayer message HUD, I think upper left message saying hit share, hover name, gains. Oh, that'll work for now. Local player. Okay. But I really would like to print something fancy. So let's call it string effect message equals nothing, empty string. And then if I make a status effect, say something like effect message equal, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's just do that. So now when I hit him, it should tell the player that the effect was applied. So short of actually putting a particle system on the enemy, if they're like 10 arrows, then that's 10 particle systems. That's not great. But the player does need to know who's got what on them. I wonder if you could do that just by looking at them. Turn pacifist on, switch to blitz, start. So yeah, I got to figure out some way to let the player know that this enemy that's following them has a status effect on it. Maybe if I let the player look at it or target it. Let's start with flint, which makes them have tough skin. So this should charm him. That's new. Why not make a bow? Let's make a bow. Fine wood is fine. Okay. So before I was required to do a charmed arrow, but because I have a flint arrow now, I can use this to both charm him and apply the status effect. So when I hit him, he should charm. Whoops. Holy cannoli, what was that? He should charm, and I should get a message saying what the status effect was. Alright, it charmed him, but I don't see a status effect message. Let's try hitting him with bronze. Yeah, okay, so he's attacking again. That's good. Right? So he's got a damage shield on him that's going to elapse. So he's pretty impervious. Why doesn't that say if SE is unequal to null? That means I added a status effect. Then print this effect message here. Why am I not seeing this message? Top left. Did he die? Yes, he died. Oh no, he's over here. What were you doing? Are you busy? Alright, somebody kill this pig and somebody kill this deer. Invalid hit char. Who's saying that? So the projectile hits him. I get the character off the hit character. Invalid hit chart. Because hit chart is null. Because the thing I hit didn't have a character. So what's the problem here? I think it's going through the pig and hitting something else. Like the ground. Not charmed. But if it is charmed, then it just needs to apply the Galder effect. That's what I meant to do. Okay, all right. So I did that. What else did I plan on doing here? Wanted to test another trophy modes. That works. I just want to find some bugs and play test, and then I want to see if I can come up with some creative Thrall powers. That'll probably be the most fun part, is just trying to come up with. Let's play Pacifist guy again. Trying to come up with cool things to do with status effects and make sure that status effects display to the player. So what are different ways that I could show the player that there's a buffed ass little dude out there? What do I have? Bronze head? Alright, that means super strength. Alright. Did I get a message? No, I just straight up killed the dude. That was not how it was supposed to work. He did not get charmed. So if he's not charmed, do this. Not select the right game mode? I just straight up murdered that dude. And it says I'm in pacifist mode. So what's up with that? Yeah. It's not very pacifistic. What? Am I meant to return after this? What am I doing? I'm post-fixing. If is Thrall arrow, if not a Thrall arrow, return true. Otherwise hit him, but set the damage to 0. That just seems broken. If not is pacifist, return true. Do the normal thing. Right, okay. Not as pacifist, return. Do your normal thing. So why is this causing murder? That all looks fine. What am I doing or not doing? It has to do with the way that I changed pacifist, because I was playing in pacifist mode. So is pacifist enabled. So what? Oh, pacifist enabled, or get game mode equals trophy game mode trophy pacifist. So I'm in pacifist mode, or I've got the mode toggled on. Either one works. All right, so no more murder. So we're going to go to pacifist game mode, start peacenik. What I'm looking for here is a message in the upper left saying that I applied a power to something. So we'll test on this guy. So standard wood arrow. Oops. Punch. Oops. Turn off my overlay. Oop. Oop. Alright. No message. Let's go to Flint, which gives him a damage shield. Oh, got a bug. Object you want to instantiate is null. Object instantiate. On hit wood arrow charm postfix. Apply Galder effect. It's calling a Galder effect and then calling add status effect. Saying the object I want to instantiate is null. So it can't create the effect. Definitely broke something. Bronze Gondor. Apply Galder effect. Runs Gondor enemy grayling. Looks like it applied it, but let's see if he's really super deadly now. Okay, there's Pig. Go get him. One hit. One shot. No, I don't have an arrow. I'm gonna hit him. Hit him. Huh. Yeah, I broke something. How annoying. Galder effect. It's not Galder, it's Gondor. Alright, so if he's not charmed, add him to the list. Charm him. If it's not a wood arrow, so whether he's charmed or not, he's charmed now, or he was charmed. Apply Gondor effect. Okay, I saw that in the log. So it creates an effect. And then if it's not a null, effect applied. And I'm not seeing that message, and I'm not seeing this message. But it does look like it applies it. Dude, I don't know if I can do this tonight. I feel so wiped out. Spent the last 3 days sick as a dog. Lost 5 pounds straight up. Been trying to get my weight down to a target weight that I chose. And so I've been slowly knocking off 1 or 2 pounds a week for the last 10 weeks, something. 6 weeks. All right. What are we trying to do? We're trying to let's buff his defense. Did I hit him? No, he hit me. Okay. I just skilled up on him. All right, that charmed him. No message, and it throws an exception. So the status effect, something is not 8611. So this add status effect is failing. Hit char. Status effect manager, add status effect. All right, so I do that. Add status effect. Flint skin setup. I see shield setup. Setup. Character. It goes into effect list create. Oh, I bet this is my attempt at making a particle system. That's what's throwing an exception. I bet that's screwing something up on the message. So this skin effect, scriptable, SE Flint skin, that all is correct. I set all that up. It's this particle system thing that I tried to do that's borked. Add status effect, Flint skin effect, start effects. Yeah, okay. So that was totally not working. I did that last night, and it doesn't work. So I need to find another way to spawn a particle system on something, but attach it to it so when it's moving around, it's retaining the particle system. Just to let the player know the arrow hit, I need to, or maybe I'll flash the color of the dude. Flashes color when in the particle effect applies. Maybe that's enough, you know. Each arrow would have a different color. It would flash the character in that color. All right, let's do strength because that's kind of entertaining. So bronze arrow. I need a message. There we go. Grayling gains bronze strength. It's not very obvious in the upper left corner, but I'm afraid that sticking it in the middle of the screen would be a little obtrusive if you're doing a lot of this. Now he should just pound this guy into the dirt if the status effect worked and he could hit. Come on, Grayling. You can do it. He's gonna get owned. Okay, Peg, attack me. This guy's gonna hit. No, he didn't pound him into the dirt. Did it wear off? Grayling gains bronze strength. Swing. That attack is just so slow. Put a damage shield on him. You should see a message from that too, saying Grayling has flint skin. Let's do it with the boar. Okay, boar gains flint skin. Let's give you strength. Did it not do it? Didn't see the message. Did it throw an exception? No. And it didn't log my... Yeah, status effect applied. I should see that. Status effect applied. If the status effect was created correctly. Something wrong with flint skin? It's charmed. Bronze. Gains bronze. And with the flint arrow. No. Flint skin doesn't seem to be doing anything. Which is weird because it's no difference, isn't there? Oh man, I'm tired today. Ah, wow. Maybe I was premature. I wanted to stream and Volk. Hi Volk. Welcome, man. I was just contemplating bagging it tonight because I'm just not firing on a cylinder today. Go get on board. Since you last saw this thing, I did a whole bunch of crap to it. I made custom arrows. Good, good. All right. That should. What did I hit him with? Flint? I didn't get a message on flint. I wonder if it took effect. No, it didn't seem to, because if the flint arrow had taken effect, he would have 100 hit points, 300 hit point damage shield on him. Anyway, yeah. So I added these arrow types. Let me. I'm gonna quit. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, those are working now. I was going to try to do a little game design, try to figure out what arrow does what to who. I figure, seems like forever ago. Yeah, that was actually yesterday. Let's see, did you see the bit where I added a pacifist on and off button so you can turn on pacifist gameplay for all the different game modes? So Trophy Hunt, Trophy Rush, Trophy Saga, Blitz, Trailblazer, Culinary Saga, Casual Saga even. And it just turns on that whole can't do damage, charm enemy thing, which is kind of cool. I created a Blitz play with Blitzy here. So I'm playing Blitz, but it's pacifist rules. Yeah, I think maybe it's not its own mode. It may be its own mode, but it's really just a modification to combat, and it doesn't really change the rest of the gameplay. So when I made the pacifist game mode, it occurred to me that it's just 2x resources, bog standard trophy hunt, with biome bonuses turned on. It's nothing particularly interesting or special about it, except for this weird charming mechanism. I want to see why flint arrows aren't causing a message. Are they broken? I bet I broke them when I took that particle effect off. I'm sure I did. What did I do wrong? Effects list, effects prefab, start effects. So I create the effect. No, it looks like it's fine. I did something to break this. Absorb 500 damage. But yeah, that's not taking effect. I saw it happen, but now it's like it's not working. I don't know. Right. I'm like you can just flip Pacifist on and then play Pacifist Saga. If Pacifist is fun, which it's cool and funny, but it's not, in my mind, a thing yet. It's like an idea. Go back to Blitz on start. And I'm contemplating whether I should allow you to play non-pacifist in a game with a character and in a world where you started playing as pacifist. Probably not. I think they should keep them segmented. I have no bow. So this is Blitz. So let's do it like this. That's Flint, bronze. They're distinct, but they're hard to distinguish in the UI. So we go with Flint and should be able to get a message. They're grayling around here. I thought it might be fun to try to figure out how to do particle effects. Like actually attach one. Oh, hey, hi. Charming you does very little for me. Whoa, yeah, I'm still not well. Oh my god. I just got a wave of not wellness. You know how when you're fighting, your body's fighting something or you're getting over something? You're like, yeah, I feel all right. And then all of a sudden, whoa, dude. It's like the THC sound at the beginning of a movie, like, whoa, the audience is listening. All of a sudden it kicks in. Gains flint skin, so that worked. So he should be bulletproof now. And if I get a bronze arrow in him, he'll be a real butt kicker. 10x damage. Alright, the second one doesn't, the second status effect doesn't seem to register now, is what I'm seeing. Boom. He's the destroyer of worlds. Look at him. Oh, no, he got killed. The glass cannon. Okay, let's see that swim speed working. Good. Yeah, dude, I don't know if I got it in me tonight. Could use a day off from this. Had a hell of a day. Started eating saltine crackers today, so I'm trying to reboot my digestion again after 3 days of just absolute horror. But I'll share it. I'll spare everybody the details on that. I never get sick, so when I get sick, I'm like, what's happening to me? What is this? Why is something's wrong? It's like, oh yeah, people get sick, idiot, you know? So these headphones are crushing my face. Just not feeling it tonight. So I'm gonna call this stream, I think. Man, I really wanted to get in here and do some serious fun. Yeah, but yeah, I'll do this again soon. And if you have ideas about like uh, how to utilize the arrows for various different things, I'm thinking charm, maybe an uncharm. Um, strength buff, speed buff. Uh, all damage has frost component. All damage has spirit component. I really want to use the arrows to affect the enemy, to customize them to kill a particular type of other enemy. So like if you're taking on bone mass, you want to go all like mace blunt damage. So you can take a fleet of archers, like what are they called? Draugrs. God, like bring like 6 Draugr archers, buff them to all do blunt damage, buff them to do 2x damage, um, and then just like they'll stand around and blast bone mass for you or whatever. Killing mode or killing yag, killing like a buff a death skeeto to do. Um, what's yag weak to? I don't remember. Apparently, death skeeto dive bombing under charm is actually pretty fun. Oh, useful against golem would definitely be blunt. Like the secondary attack on the Frostner against a golem is wonderful. Oh yeah, knockback is also an interesting thing, like being able to buff an enemy to do knockback. So my thought is, if you can figure out a strategy for killing something that's hard to kill, then what you do is you kind of you groom a small pack of denizens with the right powers and the right stack of powers to take out that enemy for that biome, whatever the weaknesses of the enemy are, and whatever the powers you can buff with are. So when you are making these arrows, when you leave to go kill something, like you're going after a say berserker trophy in the plains, um, back at base, you've got to craft the arrows that you need for your strategy, and then you go to the plains, round up the enemies you need, and then get them into the village. Um, I think there's good potential here for complicated gameplay with like really simple changes to behavior for the enemies. I think there's definitely some strategy here, but the difficulty is uh, applying the effect, like curating the effects on the enemy. So if you don't know what it's got on it, or if something expired, or you've got to be able to do your setup and count on it to work. So right now, I can't think of yet a good way to tell the player what they've done. They just have to remember which arrow does what power, and then what enemies have been shot with that arrow and when, so that if it wears off, it's just too much. It just seems all in the dark. So I think I'm going to call it early tonight, but um, in the next stream, I'm going to try to come up with um, a way to understand what's happening. And I'll start probably with debug text, and then there might be an in-game way to do this. Yeah, this is kind of a fun one. Saga so far has been the most complicated gameplay change set that I've done, but this one, um, none of this is particularly complicated. It's just the design side of it is, how do you enable the player to make the kinds of gameplay decisions they want to make, um, to be able to kill these bosses with, because a lot of the modes are like everything but Saga is bosses are pretty important. Um, Saga is designed to allow you to skip the bosses and get boss items elsewhere, just to speed the progression up. But something like Trailblazer is like, just go get the bosses. And I think Trailblazer and Pacifist might be a really good combo. because it's enough of the building to make you think about acquiring materials. And once you touch the materials, you have arrows of the right type for that biome to use. So I don't know. I need to overthink this offline, I think. So I think you're very much on the right track. Yeah, this is what I think Pacifist needs. If it's not like a meme, a meme mod game mode where you just throw a bunch of dudes like sandbox, you throw a bunch of dudes into a ring and just watch them fight and go, that's funny. This is actually going to be gameplay. I got to think about it more. But not tonight because my thinker is, what's the word? Not working. Dang. Really wanted this to happen. I don't think I have anything else to show off. Yeah. Oh well. Wah wah. I did. So stupid. I did do this musical stream starting. I'm just using OBS built-in stuff. So dorky. Anyway. Yeah, it was. Thanks for hopping in, man. It's good to see you again. If I catch you in a game design stream, we can spitball some ideas, and I can try some things, and can see what we get. Hopefully, by then, I'll have the ability to tell what's charmed with what, and have a small list of powers that I can start playing around with. I honestly need to rewrite a bunch of code because this whole like powers thing was all kind of just stitched in ad hoc. And it would be nice to have it in a big table of data that would be easy to work with. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to lay down and relax. So thanks for coming. And to anybody else that's watching the stream or listening, I really appreciate you guys coming by to check this stuff out. I'm continually just gobsmacked, floored, impressed, appreciative, grateful that this is of interest to other humans. So yeah, I'm going to call it. Guys, be safe out there. Be healthy, be safe, be good to each other. I will see you on the next one. All right.